Good morning, children. Welcome back. Children, in our previous session, we had discussed characteristic of the living things, few characteristics. Just a quick recap, what we had discussed was all living things can grow, all living things require food, all living things show response to stimuli, and all living things respire. We had also discussed that there is difference between breathing and respiration. We had also discussed that there is difference between photosynthesis and respiration. Now children, we will today discuss few more characteristics of living beings. The next characteristic is living organisms excrete. Now children, you know that we require food. All living beings require food in order to survive. Now, the food that we eat, the whole food is not digested, or we can say only a part of the food is utilized by the body. Then what happens to the remaining undigested food? The undigested food that is left, it has to be thrown out from the body. It turns into waste. So this removal of waste from our body is called as excretion, or the process of removing undigested food from our body is called as excretion. So this undigested food has to be removed from our body. Now children, in human beings and animals, we throw the waste product or waste material from our body in the form of urine and feces. And what about then in case of plants, you may say? Do plants excrete? The answer is yes, they also excrete. But how? The method is different. What happens in some plants, they store the waste material in that part of the plant so that the whole plant does not get damaged or the whole plant is not spoiled. Okay, and in some plants they remove the waste, or they throw the waste material from the body in the form of secretion. So in this way we can say that all living organisms excrete, or they show the process of excretion. The next characteristics is living things reproduce. Now children, what is reproduction? The process of producing young ones of their own kind is called as reproduction. But the mode of reproduction is different in different animals. For example, human beings directly give birth to their young ones. Similarly, dogs and cats also, they directly produce the young ones. But birds, they lay eggs. From the eggs, the new one comes out. Okay. What about plants, children? Plants also show reproduction. Plants reproduce through seeds. Some plants reproduce through seeds. These seeds, they germinate into a new plant. Some plants, they reproduce through a cutting. For example, rose. If you take a cutting of a rose plant, water it properly and provide all the nutrients, you will find that the cutting grows into a new plant. Then some plants, they reproduce from some other part of a plant other than seed. For example, part of a potato with a bud grows into a new plant. So this is about living things reproduce. We have discussed plants, animals and human beings. Then we have living things move. Children, this you will say that animals and humans, yes, we move from one place to another. But you would say, what about plants? Plants, they do not move from one place to another, but they show movement in some way or the other. For example, the touch-me-not plant shows movement. Then even water, minerals and the food that is prepared by the leaf is transported to different parts of the plant. So in this way they show movement. Okay children. Then living things die. This is also another characteristic feature of living things. Now children, when we are discussing these characteristic features, there is so much variety. For example, when I had started explaining you the characteristic features, you may say that there are certain non-living things which show characteristics of living things. For example, cars and buses, they move. Clouds, they grow in size. But all these are non-living things. Then how will we say that this is a living thing and this is a non-living thing? Those things which show all the characteristics of a living organism or living being is called as living thing. It should show all the characteristics, like it requires food, it should grow, it respires, it shows reproduction. All the characteristics that we have discussed, children, it should show all the characteristics. Then only we can come to a conclusion that this thing is a living thing and this is a non-living thing. Now children, what is life? If I ask you what is life, it is very, very difficult to define life. Okay, then we can say life is all the processes. It is the sum of all the processes that are taking place in the body of an individual. Thus, life, what is life? It is a very complicated question, but we can come to a conclusion that it is sum of all the activities that are taking place in one's body. And here we come to, children, the end of this explanation part of this chapter. I hope, children, you have understood it well. If you have any doubt, you can contact me on my personal number. Till then, thank you and God bless.